We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Miami Dolphins taking on the NFC champions, the New Orleans Saints.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And CD, what a run for these Dolphins. Remember, they were bounced in the first round of the playoffs last year, but they are back as the AFC's representatives in Super Bowl 58.
And, partner, it's been a long time since their last Super Bowl triumph. That was back in 1974, and no one on this team was even alive when that happened, including their head coach. So plenty to play for here tonight, trying to add another Lombardi Trophy to their arsenal.
Meanwhile, for the Saints, it's been about a decade and a half since that Super Bowl breakthrough, the win against Peyton Manning and the Colts in Super Bowl 44.
And what a memory that was. It continues to be for Saints fans. The onside kick to start the second half, the pick six to seal the game. But today, they want to set that one aside and get another Super Bowl title.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Throw. Oh, no, his first throw of the Super Bowl is intercepted. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And once more, this play going in the wrong direction. The Saints get to him behind the line again.
Tua's going to change things up.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will jump out to a 3-0 lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10.
29, 6-18.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down.
When the spotlight is at its brightest, and let's face it, it's the Super Bowl, those types of plays come out, don't they?
Absolutely. A big-time catch on the biggest of stages.
Do you think that one's going to live on? We're going to see this for a long time.
Definitely going to live on forever with him, that's for sure.
No doubt.
Carr now on first down. He lets it go deep for Olave. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave. 57 yards. And the Saints are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
93. 93. You're mine.
They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 37-yard line.
A-chain here. They stay on the ground. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. They'll run for it with A-chain. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. and then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
On play action, here's Tua. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Caught by Wilson. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Play action, now it's Tua. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
Sanders' kick is good, and that will tie things up at 6-6. Well, good start for him in this one here in the first quarter, and he's now 2 for 2 on field goals.
And I know while the offensive coaches are telling their guys, hey, let's leave the kicker out of it unless it's an extra point, this could pay dividends if this game is tight down the stretch. His confidence is going to be sky high if they need him for a big-time kick.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Saints.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a time. Offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. Hand off to A-Chain to begin the drive. And now the rookie's free. Off to the races. Moving inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon A-Chain, 87 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will tie things up at 13. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only they're controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the stream, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
Second down and 3.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Again, it's Williams. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Defensively, they rallied the troops to force fourth down after that 7-yard pickup back on first.
That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this.
13-all is the score. We'll return after this message. You're watching the NFL, and it's right here on EA Sports. This certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on fourth down. Now Carr.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cam Smith.
And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Escaping the pressure right.
Locates Kamara on the out route.
All that for a 2-yard gain, second down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now Carr throwing on second down. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 24 now, here's second and 5.
Now Carr.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line. the three. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. It looks like a jumbo set with three tight ends here for first and goal. Williams fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, second and goal. To throw his car. Flush to his right. That's to the pylon and incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Third and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. Now Carr. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on third and goal. Let's see what they do on fourth and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on fourth and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on fourth and goal. Here we go with Williams. And not only will he not get in, he's going to lose yardage. They stuff him back at the 4. Williams can't punch it in on fourth and goal. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. And this drive will begin with a run from A-Chain. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. It's Tagovailoa from his own end zone. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
From his own end zone, Tagovailoa, third and long. They'll swing this out wide. Here's A-Chain. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. No sign of Tua departing. Fourth down. They're going for it. Tagovailoa going for it on fourth down. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. So first and 10 now from the 30. Now Tua signaling to change things up. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Open man downfield is Hill. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a first and 10 all the way down at the 35. A give up the middle to A-Chain. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 115 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and 2. Again, it's A-Chain. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, third and 1. Two are going to try and go quickly here. Third down, here's A-Chain. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. chain on 1st and 10. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A-chain is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. Sanders on for the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Carr now on 1st down. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Here's Carr. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, this defense, they've been terrific all year, and they come through with a pick 6 here on the game's biggest stage.
Perfect descriptor there, because we have seen this time and time again. This defense, their ability to take the ball away from teams, they definitely have a nose for the football, and it pays off again on that play.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Carr. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Berrios now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the 4th quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line.
He's brought down back at the 40-yard line.
Time on three, kick.
On second down, a run by Oche. And he'll pick up about 3 there up to the 43. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He's got his target. That's complete. They're all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 57 yards. And the Dolphins will extend their 3rd quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. On first down, Carr. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Here's A-Chain to begin the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Zach Ball providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. That's taken on the 25. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball. And it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Throwing his car on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. They're going to try and throw. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. They will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Sanders on for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr.
That one too wide and incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
29.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. A give left side. Here's A-Chain. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. And quickly they get to the line.
That's good for Dolphins. First down.
Tua now on first down. Out of his hands quickly to Higgins. And the Dolphins are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now Tua going to change the play. And they'll run here with A-Chain. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. One more time with A-Chain. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Devon A-Chain with his third touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Dolphins are starting to open things up here in this Super Bowl. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
93. 93. That's it.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium. It's Super Bowl. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The Carr's throw complete there to Smith. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's Carr to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw caught by Olave. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. Now the ball comes loose. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the 1st down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the first